Hey y'all, I'm still getting set up if you're in here, so give me just a minute. Getting set up here. Hold on a minute, guys. Hey Murillo family, how's it going, Mike? Give me just a minute, guys. I'm getting everything set up still. And looking for a light that I think I've misplaced or it ain't working right. So we'll get some bait cut, get the rods in the water. Uh, I've got quite the mixture of bait tonight. I went down and tried to catch some skipjack, and I caught a whopping one skipjack. So we're gonna play it by ear and see if we can get. I've got a mixture of bluegill, white bass, a couple small common carp, one skipjack. We're gonna throw a buffet at them tonight. See if we can get something to bite. Let's dump our water out. Even got a shad in here, so. There's a piece of shad. Got the skipjack. Let's see here. How about a bluegill head? And we'll do this white bass. Let's start getting stuff together here. I don't know what the river's going to do, guys. I ain't been down here in a couple weeks. Get the drag sit on my reel before I do anything. We'll put a... Alright, if you're keeping track, this one's get the bluegill head. Slime cat rod, we'll give it a piece of skipjack body. We'll give the next one a shad head. shallow than I thought it was. Oh, well. There we go. We'll go around and get us a. We'll put that skipjack head on this long rod, guys. Ah, there we go. This is a fresh skipjack. I caught that earlier today. He ain't been frozen yet. He's just been swimming in the bucket. There we go. Get the important part. Get my coffee cup. And get that set down here. Give me a second, guys, we'll get this. I'm gonna get this thing where I can see you guys. Oop. My headlamp didn't want to shut off. Let's see who all we got in here. We got 10 people in chat. I'm doing this off the tablet here, guys. So let's see. We got Uncle Lou in here. George Stanchu from Romania. Well, hello and thank you for watching from Romania. That's awesome. Mike Greenwell's in here. Mike was live, I believe it was yesterday, and come up with some nice fish, guys. If you get a chance, go over to Mike Greenwell's channel, Greenwell Fishing, and check out his broadcast from yesterday. Mike's always catching good luck. Got Sogo in here, Catfish Heroes. My wife's in here. I didn't text you. I'm sorry about that. I told her I was going to text her when I went live so she could, and somehow I guess she hasn't hit the bell, or YouTube doesn't want to let her get notifications. Chad's in here from Kentuckyania. There we go. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to come up with, guys. It's been kind of a funny weekend as far as the weather goes. It rained most of the day, and let's see here. It rained a whole lot of the day and got all kinds of stuff going on. Let me see if I can. My thing's acting funny here. I want to make sure. Can you guys hear and see me all right? I mean, I know it's going to be kind of dim on me, but if you guys can see the rods, that's the important part. And I've got a little light over back at the truck. I'm going to go grab that real quick and see if that helps things out. Let's see if this works. We're going to try to make it where you guys can see me a little bit. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Take this thing off for now. See who we got. Can't see it. Mike, can you see me better now that I put that light over here? Like I said, guys, I don't know what we're gonna. Don't know what, if anything, we're gonna come up with. We've got a buffet full of bait to throw at them. Uh, I went down today, tried to catch some skipjack. Was going to put some back in the freezer. And Kentucky Dam is running, and the skipjack are there, but the water is absolutely crystal clear right now. And I managed one skipjack. There were shad everywhere up in there, and they were wanting those 3-inch shad. They weren't wanting my little curltail grubs today. They were packing the feed bag on. So that's a Sasquatch sneaking up behind me or something. So. Hey, Jerry Parker's in here. I just saw Mike's comment, said turn that back off. What if we can, we'll try something here real quick. No, not that. No, that ain't horrible. Can you guys deal with the red light? Because it's a whole lot easier on my eyes to have that red light on back here. We now dim the lights to improve the appearance of the host. So. Next we got Catfish Heroes. Who all went to Catfish Conference this weekend? We didn't get to go. I wish we could have, but we'll be at the one, and we'll be at the big daddy of them all up in Louisville in February. But who went to CatCon, and did you come up with anything good there? Let's see, we're gonna fix a couple things here real quick. There we go. This is real. This is a whole lot shallower than I thought it was going to be. I've fished over here before, but I've done it from the boat and a little bit further out from shore. But this does not feel. They were hitting bottom pretty quick. I don't know. It's probably not 10 or 12 feet deep out there on some of the furthest casts. So. Don't know if they'll do any good or not there. We got the casino right there behind us, the Harrah's Metropolis Casino. So, I see a rod moving. Slime cat rod kind of moved around a little bit. I had trouble getting. Oh, let's see here. Cheers. CatCon was good. Walking the streets of KC with Catfish Crew was awesome. Yes, that would definitely be. You know, we've gone to every Louisville Catfish Conference except for the. Well, we've been to every Catfish Conference except for that first one, and then the one in KC. But you know, I always like looking at the stuff. I always come home with new toys when we go to CatCon. But you know, it's the people. It's seeing people that you get to see once a year and being part of that big catfish family that just makes CatCon the ultimate experience. We love going, talking to people. And Parker said he wanted to go, but worked a long shift Saturday. I hear that. I figured you'd have been in the woods, Jerry Parker. Figured you'd have been in the woods. This river is not moving today. I don't know what it's. We'll check that app I have. It is. Yeah, it's flowing 105,000. So I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not the fall numbers that we're used to seeing. Makes it easy to hold bottom though. Yep. That slime cat rod, there it goes, it's twitching. Ah. That's what you got to watch out fishing these lives. You fall in the mud or something like that, not only you got dirty clothes, but you're going to get a golden whisper out. I'm out shooting video, I can hide that stuff. All right, we'll go sit over here and keep an eye on that thing, see what it does. Scoop the chair up a little bit. But Peel and Drag, we are fishing at the moment, but we've only been going now for 20 or so minutes, and that slime cat rod, the third one this way, is starting to deflect a little bit. I don't remember what I put bait on that thing, so if anybody, I know Murillo, I think you were in here at the beginning of the broadcast. If anybody remembers what I had bait on there, I think it was a big old, like half a bluegill, but I think I may have a dink messing with me. Hopefully we're past the time of year that we get out here and just get trampled by gar, but can't say for sure. Let's see what we can do. This thing's acting silly. There we go. Seeing if anybody snuck in while I was gone. Got home and wanting Louisville show already. That ain't no kidding. Yeah, Jerry, you got a point. Sometimes those big ones hit pretty light. If he'd take it, we'd be doing good. He just keeps coming back and smacking it, so. Let's see if he does anything. Maybe I hold my finger up and make him touch my finger. I know it works for Chunky. He catches a lot of fish. If I'm lucky, he might make it appear. He sometimes drops into my lives and says hi, so. I like to see that slime cat rod just double over, guys, and just start line ripping off of it. Hey, hey, there he is. I just had to mention him. What's going on, Elston? Good to see you in here, brother. I got my chunky cart set up tonight. Out here doing some bank fishing. Getting close time to downsize the baits as much as I hate to. Yeah, that's kind of what I've done tonight, Jerry. I haven't cut any huge pieces of bait. Uh, Now I cut that bluegill in about half, but he was a small bluegill. He was probably about a six inch bluegill, something like that. Uh, I've got two carp in there, two like common goldfish carp. I've never tried them as bait, but we might try them. And small town outdoors. Went today and the river's only about 3 foot deep. Caught a little white bass, caught a little bass. Winter pull is hurting me fishing. Yeah, buddy, that ain't no kidding. I'm having trouble catching shad, and that's just because the lake that I usually go to get my shad in the wintertime is they've got it drawn down 6 feet so they could do some repairs to the spillway, and makes it hard. You can't hardly launch a boat on it, and they're not stacked up under the one bridge where they usually are, so making it hard to get bait right now. I'll have to take old Project Drift Sock, that little John boat. I'll have to take it out there and go catch me a cooler full of gizzard shad and vacuum seal them for the winter. Go to Baldwin to stock up on shad. Jerry, are there any shad of any size at Baldwin? The only ones that I've ever managed are about 3 inches long and look like one of those little Berkeley swim baits that you buy. I've never caught any good sized shad up there. There is. I may have to check that out. Wren Lake's about the same way. They're all running small up there at Wren unless you go behind the spillway. If you go behind the spillway, you can catch gizzard shad 13, 14 inches long, but you're not allowed to throw a cast net to catch them, so you got to like throw a crankbait back there and try to snag those things with a crankbait. About half the time you get into those Asian carp. James Kirkpatrick, good to see you in here. We got one rod still moving around a little bit, so got one deciding, got a possible out there. And that's probably, truly and honestly, that's probably my closest in rod. So fishing with John's in here. Howdy, John. If you guys see me look down, for those of you just joining me, I've got my tablet showing the chat, so I can look down and see chat. Use the rear camera on my phone because it's a little bit better than the front one. So 'I thought we might have one eerie show tonight because when I left the house, the fog was getting thick. And I said, man, if I get down here and the fog's real thick up on the river with those black lights, it's going to look like something out of a scary movie. That was going to be awesome if it'd done it. But so far, we don't have any, not too much fog out here. There's a little bit down there towards the casino. I can see it's kind of hazy, but 13 wonderful people in here waiting. Everybody's eyes peeled on that slime cat rod. It's the only bait caster in that rack, guys. The rest of them are spinning rods, but somebody just sent me a message or something. Don't know. Must have been a text message because it didn't show up on the tablet. Carry it up. Look at you. Yeah, you get some fog. You get some fog in here. Let me come walk it out of the fog, man. That'd be quite the thing there. Oh, there he goes again. Waiting for that fish. It's like getting pecked. It looks like it's getting pecked to death by a duck. Is what it does. Something's gonna sit there. Oh, there's the big rod starting to go. Hey, Dad's in here. What's going on, Dad? We're going to give my dad a wrench. Everybody say hi to Dad. I love to get him to go fishing with me, but it's hard to get him to do it. He's busy, busy, busy. I tell you what, though, I do like kind of how, I guess, secluded. Not really, because I mean we've got a casino and a hotel right here beside me, but I like how compact this little boat ramp is that I'm fishing. It's just an old boat ramp that wouldn't hardly be worth using anymore. The better boat ramp's about a mile and a half upriver from here, but oh, there we go. Take it. Still waiting on better internet at the house, guys. We've got a, knock on wood, got a pretty good provider right now, and it hasn't acted stupid like the one did all summer long. But we have, like millions of other Americans, been on that pre-order status for Elon Musk's Starlink satellite internet. We've been on the pre-order since like January or February with no real update on when we can get our stuff. But when it does, we get some stuff messed around. I'd like to start doing a little weekly live show, maybe afternoon show or something like that. But it's kind of a hangout thing. One of these rods going to double over in a minute. That card over there, I put a how-to video out. It's been 2 or 3 weeks ago now, so maybe even a month. I'm not for sure. But I put a how-to video on how I built that rod rack that's on that cart. That thing is completely modular. When I'm done fishing, all I have to do is pull 4 pins, and that rod rack comes off, and I can fold the cart up there. There we go. Rod number 2 is starting to starting to look good. Uh, 252 fish count so far is a big whopping 0. Uh, we just got started a little while ago. We've got now 3 rods that are the first 3 rods starting from the tall one on the left. Those 3 rods have all gotten a little bit of bumping here and there, but nothing's hooked up so far. Number 2 looks like it might want to. Well, it ain't taking long for that temperature to fall off, guys. There's no clouds out there tonight. It's just all that heat is going away. I brought my Carhartt bibs with me, and I'd walk off to put them on, but I know for a fact if I walk off to put on a set of Carhartt bibs, these rods are going to double over and just go absolutely crazy. Yep. Yeah. I can't tell if he's on there. Yeah. I think. Oh yeah. Nope. But we're gonna get to see that bait. Let's take a look at that. Oh man. Let me get around here and show you guys what I'm looking at. We've either got dinks or gar messing in here on us. I felt that fish. He turned around and ran and pulled a little bit of drag, but that was, he didn't stay hooked up. He didn't bite like a cat either, so I'm afraid might be in Gar City. Let's see what we got. See if I can manage to do this without changing everything. We're going to rethrow this one. This is the only one that hasn't done anything. That's okay. This one's got the half blue one. All right, looks like we're back in the game. I do not like the switch on this cheap old thing here. Let's see what this says. Mark! What's going on, Mark? Mark says he comes in and the action starts. That's right. Had a, I don't know what that was. I can't do that from the tablet. I was going to put a pole in there, but I showed you all that, what that bait looked like. Whoa. That didn't take long for the slime cat to start getting attention. And that's got about, I don't know, a good third of a decent sized shad on there. Pole Patrol, that's right. So what's your thoughts, guys? What's the opinion of the 15 in here watching? We got had that old matted up piece of bait. Was it shad or was it gar, or was it getting pecked to death by a dink? Steve Mosley, welcome. Good to have you in here, buddy. We're just hanging out, hoping to bust the skunk out here on the Ohio River today. I was going to come down here today in the boat and mess around, and decided I'd be better off to go chase skipjack. And make a long story short, I should have just brought the boat down here and gone catfishing. So I got a whopping 1 skipjack from back behind Kentucky Dam today, and he was only, 11 inches long, 12 maybe. Oh. Rod 2. I don't remember what any of them have on them anymore, other than I know that orange, that one that's all orange, I know that rod has half a bluegill on it. The slime cat rod has a piece of shad. The tall rod, I think, has the head off that skipjack. And I don't know about rod 2 that just got hit. I don't remember what it has on there. I should probably come up with me a label system that I could label these things. I can make me I got a few bluegill in there. I can make me a Jerry Parker flapper bait. I think he had a tip video out a couple weeks ago showing how to make one of those. It's cooling off. And it is cooling off in a hurry. Come on, rod 2, take it. We've caught some nice cats down here just right there on the edge of that channel ledge, but this is my first time ever fishing from the bank right here. I see people fishing here all the time. I figure they wouldn't be fishing here if it wasn't at least halfway decent. Mark's starting trouble. Christina says gar. Said gar tore it up. I think that's my vote also. I would have thought here in late November that those stinking things would have gone and done whatever they do in the wintertime when they seem to disappear. So water temperature got to be in the low 50s, maybe lower than that after some of the cool weather we've had, but it was dropping into low 50s last time I was down here. That rod 2 still getting played with. Just got the show. We're at on the Ohio. Dogman, I'm down at Metropolis. I am sitting about 200 yards from the Harrah's Metropolis Casino tonight. So I could have called this live stream gambling on cats or something, but got 22 people watching, and we're still waiting on our first fish tonight, guys. It's definitely but we've already gotten more bites than I got down here last weekend. I went and fished the other boat ramp, and I was down here for about probably 2.5 hours, and sat there with absolutely nothing. It had a cold wind blowing in, and I ran the propane completely out of my heater. So there goes rod 2 again. But whatever's messing with it won't pull on it. I will say this, those black lights light up those rods pretty good. Other than the slime cat rod, the rest of those rods started out different colors. I put a Chunky Cat's paint job on those back in the summertime. They got like I think they got 3 coats of primer and 3 or 4 coats of color, and then I started real thin coats of crystal clear enamel, just as kind of protectant. They seem to be holding up good, and the black light likes them. So 48 degrees there. I'd believe it. It's 55 today. It was the highest I ever saw it get. Normally I like to pull the baits in every 15 or 20 minutes, but it seems to be taking 20 to 30 to even get their attention, so everything's moving slow tonight. Cooler next to water, yeah. It is. I got that buddy heater back there in the back of the truck. I might run and get it here in a second, put a propane tank on it, but I think I've got one full propane tank ready to go on that thing. See what we got. We'll run to the truck real quick. It's just, luckily I'm parked like 10 feet away. All right, we're gonna move the big rod. Gotta reposition some stuff. Spread those baits out a little bit. I went up there, I was gonna grab that buddy heater, but it don't have a, I guess I don't have a propane tank in it. Oop. Prime B, what's going on, buddy? Ryan, if this live keeps going like it's going, I may have to take up golf. I have to contact Chad and get lessons. And I was right. That tall rod's got that skipjack head on it. Chad's got a class you can take. All right. Catfishing ain't easy. That's the perfect name for this live. Because they ain't cooperating tonight. What's going on, man? We are sitting back, literally chilling next to the river. It's cold tonight. And so far we've had one kind of halfway hookup, but it pulled a little bit of drag and that was it. Got back a mangled piece of bait that had been nipped to death. So I think we chalked that one up to a gar. River's full of them. What action rods am I running tonight? Jerry, I'm running medium heavy on everything. We'll go over the rods real quick. The tall one back there is an Okuma Tundra. The two inside spinning rods are both Tangling with Catfish Extremes. And then this rod closest to us, that's a Slime Cat extra medium heavy casting rod. Got a variety of baits out there tonight. Got a mixture of bluegill and shad and some skipjack. There goes that Tundra might be gonna do something. Let's see here. So Josh, was the real reason I cleared out Christina's parking spot? Mark, I was getting ready to shoot a short tip Saturday video that required some welding, and there was a whole bunch of dry leaves out there on the driveway where I was going to do my welding, and I didn't want to start a fire. That's the honest reason that Christina's parking spot got cleared out. I could lie and say because didn't want her to have to walk as far or anything, but no, the true and honest reason, I was working on yesterday's short tip Saturday video, which, if you noticed, did not come out, and I didn't want to start a big leaf fire out there on the driveway. So that video's been postponed till next Saturday because I pulled a real bonehead move and clamped everything down, wire brushed it, wiped it off, got it all prepped for a weld, and I put the best weld I think I've ever made in my life. I mean, they would put pictures of this thing in a textbook, and I'm by no means a welder in any way, shape, or form, but I could make stuff work. And this weld looked absolutely perfect. And I didn't realize until I did it that I had put the thing in about 90 degrees out from where it really should have been, and it made it where the thing didn't work. Uh, I've got a couple of them already made that do work, and I was like, there's not. It was so the camera was so zoomed in. I said I can't even edit this and make it look like I, show the one that's already done. I said somebody was going to call me out on that. So I sure enjoyed Christina's TikTok. That's okay. I did a tip how-to video for you. I like that video. I'm gonna have to mess with that because I've got a Hero 9, and it's got the medium mod, and I was gonna try to. Come on, take it. I have tried. I tried once. I was going to use it as a webcam, and it GoPro made it where they stopped supporting the Windows-based software to use the GoPros as a webcam, and they redirected you to a group on Facebook, but it was a private group that you had to be approved to be a member of, and I sent my thing in, and there was that slack. Hold on. Let's check the bait on this. We ain't had this one out of the water since we started. Yeah, we're definitely in a spot that's been invaded by Garth. So what do we got here? It's got a Hero 9, just looks radioactive in that light. Man. Jerry, you ought to recognize this coat. It's that three-piece parka thing that I wore when I went out there to make sure you and Rob weren't cheating during Chad's winter blues when Chad sent me out there to check on y'all. Is it May yet? Man, I wish. If you have good signal, you would like it. Next perch trip, and when you use it, there's 5G full bars on Navy Pier. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out, Mark. See if I can manage to get that working. Lance McCoo line fishing, but hey, what's going on, buddy? Mark said did okay with 2 bars on LTE. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try that out. 'Cause man, I tell you what, I love the video quality on that Hero 9. That's a good camera. And from what I've been told, they just put a firmware update out for the Hero 10 that took care of a lot of the problems that people were complaining about when it first dropped a couple months ago. They said it was having lots of issues with overheating and shutting off after about 20 minutes of video. Most of the people complaining of it were shooting in like 5.3K. I don't shoot in that, guys. I still shoot in 1080p. My computer would explode if I tried to edit a 4K video. It would not like me. Half the time it don't like editing 1080p, but Mark, you got me curious about those perch now. I asked Mark the other day, I said, what is so addictive? You know, there's got to be something, because these little bitty fish, people go absolutely nuts over them. And it seems like anybody that's caught one, they want to catch more. So I was like, I got to find out what it is. Evidently, they taste really good, so. Hey, Kelly Bullock. Yeah, we are in Garbite City tonight. We just need one good catfish to swim along and run those gar out. I was hoping that it had moved up a little bit shallow. Mike's fishing home. Hey, thank you, Mike. I appreciate you dropping in. Not a whole heck of a lot going on right now, but sitting out, hanging out, and enjoying it not raining. I was standing in the rain to try to catch those skipjack today. So let's just say I've seen a 16-inch perch caught last year. That is a big perch, and I don't know much about those fish, but I know I usually see them. They look tiny. I always see those, and I'm thinking, that's about the size of a shad that we'd cut up for bait. Jerry, I'm gonna have to get you to come down one weekend, buddy. We're gonna have to. I found a wing dam out on the Mississippi. Pretty easy to get back to. You can drive almost all the way back to it. So. We're going to have to go out there and see. I had a pretty good signal when I was out there, so we might be able to go live from there. There goes that slime cat rod's bumping a little bit. It has shad body on it, if I remember right. That looks like a gar pecking at it. That old Kuma rod's getting, looks like it might be getting some action. I'm either going crappie or catfishing this Wednesday, then perch Sunday or Monday. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. Come on, take it. Quit pecking it to death. There's a boat moving downstream down there, but man, it's quiet. Oh, we got a, looks like a tug coming through there. Maybe we'll get us a quarter of a barge bite. Oh, see, Mike's fishing, so get to the stickers. Stickers only, Carolina, and clippers to polar bear through pay forward. That's awesome, Mike. Mark, you got to win another one. I catch those things every once in a while. You catch a good deal on those Rapala bait knives, and they work really well. So I pick up a bunch anytime I find them. I'm still absolutely loving that ugly stick one, but I tell you what, there's something about paying $40 for a bait knife. You don't forget where you put it. You make sure that you remember it. I've only had to sharpen it once, and it just took a few passes on the one of those little AccuSharp drag through things, and it was back to being razor sharp. So I could definitely recommend that thing. The pliers are pretty good, but they have some downfalls to them. I haven't been able to get in contact with Ugly Sticks customer service. I suppose I need to try to just call them on the telephone a few times. I've emailed them, never get a response. Blades, kind of like sharp things. Blue Cat TV, what's going on, man? Check it in from Texas. Love that name, El Gato Azul TV. Kelly Bullock uses surgical scissors and hemostats. I've got a bag full of that stuff that they let me keep it when they stitched me up back in May. They asked me if I fished. I said I sure did. And they said, well, some people like to keep this stuff. They said, if you don't keep it, we throw it away. And I said, well, bag it up. I'll take it with me. So, come on and take it. Kelly Bullock making sure his Spanish still works. Mine used to work a lot better than it does today, I'll tell you that. Still remember enough to say hello, probably tell my name, ask somebody's name, and probably enough other stuff just to get a fight started, and that'd be about it. Yeah, somebody took care of that. Yeah, I'd like to get an Uncle Josh knife, but man, something nice like that, I don't know that I could take it out and actually use it. I get knives, and if they're nicer knives, they never see use, which is kind of sad. You know, it's what they're made to be used for, but I like those things too. So. Come on, give us a barge bite. Well. Remember dark timber, I take fish with me. That was big, I guess it was. How's the boat looking? You know, Kelly, I think I might have figured out a way to get that thing down to you. I have to message you on it, but like I said, it's long enough it won't fit in my. It's long enough it won't fit in the bed of my truck. It fit okay in the bed of my old truck when I had an 8-foot bed and I could drop a tailgate and get 10 foot, but. I'm thinking I could take Project Drift Sock off the trailer long enough to put that thing on that trailer and get you to meet me about halfway or something that we can transfer it over. All right, thanks, Mike. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Mike Irwin. Mike Irwin, how's it going, buddy? We are sitting here. We've had a couple bites and I'm pretty convinced that they were both gar. So I was trying out a new spot tonight. And so far, not too impressed with it, but we had to give it more than one try before we'll make a final determination on it. I am going to run up here real quick. I will be right back. It didn't do what I thought it would. I went and put those Carhartt bibs on. I thought for sure I would get a bite while I was down there. Uncle Josh making me a bait knife with maple pearl handle inlay with slime green and PVC sheet metal. That's really cool. That's going to look awesome. Yeah, maybe we're going to get a train bite. We got a train going over the trestle back there behind me. See, I saw that old Kuma rod twitch a couple times. Yeah, Kelly, we'll figure something out on that thing. But like I said, I thought about that the other day. That might be the way to at least get it halfway to you. Got a train going, got a barge going back there behind us. You'd think that's putting enough vibration in the water to make something want to bite. Might scare them all off, you never know. Hobo cat. There we go. I like that one, Dad. I like that one. This is a new spot, Kelly. This is I've seen people bank fish here quite a bit. Scoot that chair up. I've seen people bank fish here quite often. I'll see them down here when I like to drift through this spot, and I've seen them have pretty good luck here, but so far tonight it ain't doing that great. We'll give it another few minutes and we'll pull it in, and we're going to change the baits on everything probably. CVA, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Mr. Kitty Whiskers, thank you, sir. Gonna need some luck. It ain't need to get me. I need a good bank fishing spot, and I don't have one. I think most of the better bank fishing spots are on the Kentucky side. You have a good bluegill spot, that's yeah, I do have a good bluegill spot. I'm actually wanting to go back up to that and see if I can get into them like that again and take a bunch of them home to fillet and put in the freezer. That bluegill spot, that spot was on fire. Guys, if you hadn't seen that, that was over on Fishing with the Chad. Over on Chad's channel, he had a panfish tournament beginning of this month. And I got into a endless school of bluegill and caught like 100 of those things in a couple hours. I think I was driving Mark and Chad nuts because Chad was trying to keep the tally updated. Every time he'd go to mess with the spreadsheet, I'd get another fish. So. But nowhere near as many as James Dockery had. He was flat tearing it up on day one of that panfish tournament. He tore it up, starting with trout and then going to crappie. And it was pulling crappie out as fast as he could get the jig in the water. We'll talk about it. Is it 4%? I see of it. All right, Kelly, take care, man. I'll talk to you later. Get that phone charged. I don't know what mine's sitting at. It's on the charger, but sometimes it'll run down, and even sitting on the charger when I'm live streaming. I found that out during the monster hunt. All of a sudden it just stopped, and I looked over and my phone was completely dead and shut off. I had to switch over to this tablet to finish streaming the monster hunt. Oh, there we go. This is what happens. I go walk through it, it'll stop. Yep. Finicky fish. There it is. not wanting to cooperate tonight. They'll bump around a little bit just enough to get you excited, and then they stop. Whoa, holy crap. Get out of here, Al. You guys see that? A big old owl just landed on that Okuma. Holy cow. That was amazing. That was... I don't know what kind of golden whisker that thing would qualify for, but that was... Oh my God. Mark, I don't want that thing tearing up my painted rod. That's why I run it off. It's a big old owl. Holy... Wow. That was freaking awesome. I don't know if my dad's still in here or not, but Dad, if you are, you need to rewind that and show Mom. Mom will get a kick out of that. Big old giant owl landed up there on that rod. That was cool. That just made the live, guys. Whether we catch a fish or not, to have an owl perch on the rod, that's pretty freaking cool. Oh, what made him land there? That was awesome. I'm gonna be pulling this one back to get a screenshot of that. That was amazing. Oh, I've never had anything like that happen. I don't think he'll come back, but if he does, we'll try to feed him a fish. That was amazing. There's that bluegill head starting to get a pull going. Come on, take it. Mike Turner, what's going on, buddy? You just missed an amazing uh, rewind about 5 minutes, probably not quite 5 minutes, and check out the giant owl that just landed on that real tall 10-foot Okuma rod, man. Uh, that was amazing. That owl swooped in here and just perched himself right up on top of that rod. And I shoot him away because I didn't want him scratching my rod up. I have never had an owl land on my fishing rod. Every time I think about cutting baits, these things start to move around a little bit. And the water's cool enough that I know my bait ain't sitting down there rotting. Bring in that. We'll switch that one over. put a fresh bluegill head on that one. Whatever's been chewing on that piece of shad has had plenty of time to take it if he was going to. Snap. Now we've got a log. Alright, that's that one. All right, there we go, guys. Everything's back to normal. Let's see what we got here. Keep getting text messages. Keep hearing them go off. Let's see what we missed here. Bob, Fins and Finds in here. Good to see you, Bob. See here, Mac Fishing. Howdy. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, I think I'm all caught up there. We got all fresh baits. Right now we're not running any shad or any skipjack. We've got two rods baited with bluegill. Trying to think what we got. Two bluegills, no, we got a piece of yellow bass on there. I appreciate that, Mac. Well, we're fishing and not catching tonight, but we're giving it a shot anyway. Wasn't sure what was going on with that slime cat rod. I went to pull it in and I could tell it felt snagged, and went to pull it out of the snag and ended up breaking about a 3-foot section off of a log, I guess. It was a big old long stick. So it kind of tumbled its way back in. Let's see what we can, we'll see if we can get anything else going here. I'm beginning to think that that one only real kind of good takedown we had real early in the broadcast, I'm beginning to think that might have come off of a chunk of white bass. So not sure on that, but we'll give them all a little bit to see if they're going to come up with anything. That Okuma rod, I ended up moving it. I moved it closest to us now because I got some distance on that with about half a bluegill, and the current grabbed it and just kind of washed it downstream. Man, I keep still picturing that owl coming and landing on that thing. That was wild. That's probably a once in a lifetime thing there. I've never seen that happen before. Hey, Mark Anthony, thanks for joining us. Welcome in here tonight. J-Dog. Man, guys, if you have not seen it, go and check out J-Dog's video he posted yesterday. His wife caught a hoss of a blue cat, 70 plus pounds. Amazing video to watch. And she handled that fish like a boss. She was on it. That didn't take long. Rod one's getting screwed with a little bit. And that was on that was on one of those Uncle Lou's rods, man. I want one of those. And my daughter Caitlin just won one in Rogers or Muskrat Adventures kids tournament a few weeks ago, and that is a guys. If you haven't had a chance to mess with those Uncle Lou's rods yet, they are built tough. I'm gonna have to get me some. Don't know if it's gonna be a CatCon purchase if Lee's gonna be at CatCon with some rods, or I'm gonna just have to break down and order some or what. But I gotta get me a few. They're gonna become my at the very least they're gonna become my night fishing rods, because they flat out glow under a black light. They look awesome. Thanking cats. That's a new one. Glad you're in here with us. He said it was the biggest catfish on an Uncle. Okay, so that is a medium heavy. Awesome. That's what I want. I meant to ask you that, J Dog, because that's what I want is the medium heavy. Caitlin has the medium action, and I was really anxious to see how the medium heavy compared. So I like just a little bit more backbone in them. Sunfish Assassin, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. We're just kind of hanging out here on the banks of the Ohio River. Got the, let's see if I can turn this thing real quick. That is Harris Casino right over there. That pole can handle a lot more than that. That's what I needed to hear. There we go. Yeah, we'll give it another. We'll run the live till about 11 o'clock, or until the phone decides it don't want to act right. So. Big Mike's fixing to end, so we're coming over. How did Mike do tonight? Did he catch any fish? Yes, Christina, you missed something amazing about 15-20 minutes ago, maybe. I don't know the exact timestamp on it, but I had a giant owl come and perch himself on that Okuma rod and hang out up there. 5 or 6 biggest being around 30. Mike's always getting good fish. Mike is always getting good fish. Too much rain. Yeah, we had a little bit here today, but nowhere near like they had south. The further south you went, the more rain you ran into. But yeah, we had a big old owl come in and land on top of the rod, and he just kind of swooped in, sat on it, and then bent that rod over like it was getting a bite. I ain't never seen nothing like it. And Mark got onto me for scaring the owl away, so. YouTube gold and you blew it. Hey, he landed and I told him to go away. But I did let him sit down on that thing and flex the rod before I run him off. J&S, not too good tonight, buddy. It's we had some bites earlier in the live stream that were I'm gonna go ahead and just make the assumption that they were gar. Most of the baits that have come in on rods that are getting messed with, the baits are just mangled. I just refreshed all the baits a minute ago, threw them all back out. I've got them fanned out here. Left one close to shore, threw a couple mid, and then one just as far as I could throw it. And we're going to see if anything bites. But they've been slow, and we haven't seen a cat yet. So. But it's fun to sit out and relax and see everybody in chat and check in with all my buddies there, that see what everybody's done over the weekend and talk fishing, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a good time. We were talking Catfish conference in Kansas City earlier. I was asking how many people had made it over that way. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, but we'll be at the big daddy of them. We'll be at Louisville. We love the Louisville Cat Con, so. They catching ain't very big. Yeah, I haven't been down to the river. I haven't been down here since the monster hunt, and that was on Halloween. Just haven't really been able to do a whole lot of fishing as it is, and seems like if I've got the day off, the weather ain't good, and if the weather's good, I have to work. So I tried to catch some skipjack today. Didn't have a whole lot of luck with that. Caught one, and threw the net a couple times. Caught an odd lot of stuff, and Texas, the bites have been booty cheeks for like 3 months everywhere. That ain't good. It's been a weird year for catfishing, guys. We moved into the time of year with the water temperatures that the drift bite should have just been on fire, and it just never picked up. But we didn't get a whole lot of rain this year either, and the river has been, the Paducah gauge has been around 16 feet, 18 feet all year, or all summer, I should say, where last year it was running 23 to 26. So a whole lot less water, and the fish just Are you across from Paducah? Yeah, I'm over by. I'm over in Metropolis. Paducah's down that way. I'm sitting basically in the parking lot of the uh, Harris Casino there, WH. Got a good from a members only show in the morning. All right, Mark. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Have a good night. Get some rest. I know why Mark was defending that owl. Mark is a night owl. You guys don't know that. I don't think Mark ever sleeps. It is a slow bite night. I mean, we've had one pull since I redid the baits, and that was it. I'm trying to sleep like a normal person. There you go. Let's see what we got. Banking cats. I bought everything the pros use and watch a lot of YouTube. I should be a pro too, right? Absolutely, there, banking cats. Absolutely. Kevin Baker, and that's a Bolts Fishing. I just saw you popped in there. Good to see you. Man, that temperature is falling fast tonight. My dad was in here earlier. He was telling me it was already down to 48. There's not a cloud in the sky. I guarantee it's dropped since then. It's getting cold. I'm not ready for the winter yet. I know the fishing gets better, but man, I tell you what, I'd settle for the warmer temperatures. Ooh, cute. It is absolutely freezing. Tells me they ain't really liking that bluegill tonight. One good fish. That's what we need. One good fish would make it worth it. Or one small fish or something, you know. I know I am starting to look forward to turning that heat up in the truck whenever this live is over. Banking cats, I'm using two uh, oh shoot, I think they're 36 watt LED black light bars. I bought them on Amazon. They came in a 2-pack. Uh, yep, Amazon. And I'm going to do I did a how-to video a few weeks ago on how I built the removable rod rack. And the black lights are actually on a little rack that's removable also. So obviously that's already built, and I didn't film the construction process, but I'm going to do a quick overview on what I used for that, and I'll put links to the products in that video. I'm going to try to get that out sometime in the next couple weeks. But I'm just running a Harbor Freight inverter. I caught it on clearance for like $11, and it's powering those lights, no problem. Got Mad Cat rods. Love to glow during my shoot. That would be cool. That would be cool. These are I just painted. I painted all these except for the slime cat. The slime cat glows on its own, but the two outside spinning rods, the 7.6s, those are Tangling with Catfish Extreme spinnings that I've had for years. And then this rod closest to us is a Okuma Tundra that I bought at a hunting and fishing show a long time ago, and haven't done much with that rod, but it's a good bank fishing rod. But the Mad Cat's rods, those will glow. The Uncle Lou's rods glow real well, you know, and you don't have to paint them to get them to do it. So. So I've got to be wanting around 3 cats, 3 slimes. That would be cool. I haven't had a chance to try out the Mad Cat rods yet, but I know everybody that has absolutely loves them. So. And then most of these rods have mono on them. It's all Berkeley Trilene Big Game. I've got some in orange and some in I think they call it Solar Collector, that green. I may end up, I may pick me one up at CatCon Louisville if they're there. Hey Becca, how's it going? Good to see you in here. Whiskers and Stripes. Getting a few more people in here. Guys, it's been slow tonight. The only excitement was earlier in the evening. I had a great big old owl land up on that 10-foot Okuma rod and perch himself up there on it. Had to run him off. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Becky, okay, Becca saw the owl. That was crazy. I have never in my life had an owl land on a fishing rod. I'm trying to steal my fishing rod, take it to Hogwarts or something. Hey, Mark. Creatures of the night. That's the truth. I think they're good luck. Yeah, you know, honestly, I am too, Becca, because that was a very big owl. He was big enough. He made. I mean, he was big enough. He made me nervous up there. That thing decided it wanted to come down and mess with you. You know, it's going to get a piece of you. Buck Williams. Yeah, we're trying out a new spot tonight, guys, and so far I'm not impressed with it. It is just really, really, really shallow right here, and the more I'm thinking of it, I'm thinking the channel is a little bit over towards the Kentucky side right here at this part of the river, so it means we really don't have a lot of deep water access for them either. So I was banking on trying to catch a shallow water bite, find some active fish, but it's not panning out this evening. But we're having fun anyway. Had one wake me up while sleeping in a hammock. Woke up to a whoosh and a burst of air when he landed on the limb just above me. Oh man. Yeah, that'd wake you up. Mark Knott says, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I hope that works. Since the bait swap, we really only had one rod even show any semblance of something happening, and that's that far one, that tangling with catfish at the far end. Big Mike is done with them, and they're going to get states and come to you. There we go. Hop states and come to me, man. Hopefully they'll bring the good luck with them. We need it. Looks like the fog's rolling in a little bit. We need a real good, we need one of these rods to just double over. Not the blinky hater. Guess I'm missing something there. We're going to give it about a, let's it just catches fire. We're going to give it about a half hour, guys, and then I'm going to pack it in and head home. I've still got about an hour drive to get home, so. Thanks, hater on Mike's channel. He fishes. Oh, okay. Okay. The blinking light at the dam. I gotta stand up a minute. I'm getting cold. Stand up, get the blood going. Oh, here, hold on. So we ain't getting no bites at the moment. We're gonna turn this around. There you go. We'll get the blinky light. Yeah, there's a tower over there. It's got 3 of them on it. Well, 2 sets of 2 and then 1 at the top. It's got all kinds of it. Got the bridge lit up real nice tonight though. That old train trestle. It's kind of hard to see, but it's all the nav lights are going on it again. They were out a while back. Let's see what we got there. Everybody's got to be something, Mark. Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking tonight we might have been better served fishing at the other boat ramp. That one's at least got some deeper water nearby. I think that's what that fall transition, guys, that fall transition can get you every time. Because here we are, I mean, I'm still calling it fall, but we're late fall now, looking at, it's going to be December before we know it. Hard to believe. I will say this, if I come back down here, and got some daylight where I could set up and get everything in position, I'd like to fish the edge of that casino. I would think that that floating barge out there that's been there for years have to have some structure down there below it that would draw some fish in. You're the cheerleader, Becca, supporting all your catfishing. That is the truth. And Becca is out there. Becca supports all of us. She got a heart of gold. Just an all-around awesome person. You know what I gotta be. I'm still up walking around trying to get some blood going. No standing black like my coat glows. They are not digging the bluegill tonight. Got a barge moving down the river. If I'm missing anything in chat. Whoa. Here. Come on, 20 minutes. Got a bite. Oh, great.
Antenna thingies.
Yeah, he's lit up pretty good. Okay, yeah, he's showing up on the camera. That's good. I don't think he's pushing anything.
Someone tell better service than Streamlabs. Mine's so horrible when trying to stream.
Banking, I like StreamYard. And even the free version does pretty good. I pay the 25 a month or something like that, I think is what StreamYard runs, but even doing the free version does pretty good job. And it's got a lot of features that kind of StreamYard's got that awesome giveaway tool and lets you throw videos up and overlays and stuff. There are people a lot more experienced with it than I am, but I've had pretty good luck with it. Boat bite, there we go. We ain't had a good bite in a while. Tell you what we're going to do for the last 20 minutes or so of this stream. I'm going to walk down the bank a little bit. I'm going to take that far rod. I'm going to walk down. I'm going to try to toss it back there behind the casino around that hardware, and then just walk back and get it to rod holder. We'll see if anything's up there hanging around it. We'll leave the rest of them alone. Let them find it out. We'll walk out a bunch of line. We got that one back up shallow and threw it just off the corner of the casino, so we'll see if anything's hiding up around there.
Yeah, there's a $20 ring.
That's all I could do at the casino is lose. I could accomplish that one.
Thought about getting in on Dan's December boat tourney, but it's almost time for me to switch over to stripes for the winter.
Ooh. Now that's a fish I'd like to catch. I haven't caught a good stripe. Ooh, shoot. Gloves back on. Cheer up a bit. We'll give everything about 2 or 3 turns, just moving it. There we go. I've seen that trigger a bite. It's triggered a bite in one of my videos before. You get a cat down there looking at it, and suddenly it moves away from them 3 or 4 feet, and they decide, oh, well, hey, I better eat this.
Well, fishing for them in the winter when I can CPR, they don't release well when the temperatures are up 70.
Okay, I've heard that about, I know stripers were that way. I know muskie, once the water temperature gets above 70, the mortality rate goes way up. We don't really have any good muskie lakes around here. They've got them in Kincaid, but they're small. And I've heard there's a little bitty lake up north of us a little bit that supposed to have some pretty good ones in it, but I've never tried.
So is StreamYard not an app on iPhone? Do you have to at Booster Park?
Yeah, StreamYard is not an app. StreamYard runs straight off the website. I don't have an iPhone. I'm an Android guy, but I run it in Chrome, and it does just fine. I would assume that it'd probably run fine in Safari. I know people run it in Firefox, so I would say any of the major browsers it should be working well. But the person you want to talk to is Mark from Catfishing Crappie, because I know he uses an iPhone, and he ran into some audio issues with StreamYard about a month ago now. And I know he's got them fixed, but I don't know what he had to do to get them fixed. Yeah, Bacon. I've always been. I'm not an Apple fan, but I went Android when everybody was still running Blackberries, and I've kind of liked the way they performed. I used to use the Motorola ones all the time, and then Motorola got kind of hokey. And so I've past couple phones have been Samsung Galaxies, and they've done me real well. So Windows and Droid, yep, that Whiskers and Stripes, I'm with you 100% on that. Windows and Droid. I'm actually been toying with the idea of updating putting the patch in so I can get around the system requirements and patching my laptop to Windows 11 so I can try it out.
Only Apple because my wife, we share a phone, and I don't like the phones that give some trouble.
Whew. About 10 minutes left. It always seemed to bite right there at the end of my life, so we'll see if my luck will hold out on that. But I'm not gonna hold my breath tonight. I need to find me really need me a spot with about 35 feet of water that I can hit from the bank. That is not this spot right here. I think we might be in 10 or 12 feet. If the river was up, we'd be doing good. We've caught some good fish right here in the past out on the boat. I did the one rod, one bait, 1 hour challenge video towards the end of the summer. It come from just right out here. Caught that blue cat while I was out bumping. What's the train sound in the background? It's that barge moving away now, or the power plant, one of the two. But probably that. I think that tugboat throttled up once he got past us.
25 more last cast this week.
Yeah. Well, actually, we just had a train go by not too long ago. There is a train bridge, a couple hundred yards away. And I had to turn around and look. I was, well, it might be a train, but
Yeah.
that's what makes these lives fun. You can sit out and get skunked and still just, it's like sitting at a bait shop. The trash talk gets going and just have a good old time.
Was it getting louder?
Softer, so I thought it might be so. Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, it could be that. Like I said, it could be that power plant, but I know that that barge that passed us a minute ago, it's throttled up. He's moving pretty good, but I'm sure they're running there's a steam plant just down from here, about a half a mile. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace one day. I was going to try to find a real cheap or even free couch, and I was going to bring it out with me one day when I went bank fishing, because people always tell you can't catch fish from the couch. I was going to try to prove them wrong. I was going to kick back on the couch. We were going to do some bank fishing and try to catch something. I don't know what I'd do with it after I brought it home. I don't need it, so. Yeah, we ain't had a twitch on these in better part of 45 minutes now. I think the gar moved out on us. Shut down. Careful with a free Facebook catch. Better take something home with you. Yeah, that ain't no kidding. You're gonna have to Lysol that thing. Spray it down. Definitely would not bring it in the house, I'll tell you that. What the hell black light running? 36 watt. I've got two 36 watt bars in there. I don't know. I'd try to show them, but I don't know if they'll. Let me look here real quick. Oh, 100%. Okay. It'll let me unplug my phone for a minute. We'll walk around real quick because we're nothing else really going on. I'll try to get them where you guys can see this. Yeah, kind of hard to see. They're double row LED light bars. They're just I think they came in a 2-pack on Amazon. They didn't cost a whole lot of money. Maybe $30 for the pair, and I think it was less than that. But they seem to do all right. Road trip. Let's go to the casino. I'm telling you right now, the luck I've had tonight fishing. I'm gonna be money ahead to leave that casino alone. We haven't been to that one a whole lot. We don't go to many of them, but we have been to that one. It's been a long time. Good. Had to ask. Hey, no problem at all, Mark. Glad to help you out. Somebody else asked earlier about it, and I was telling them I've got a video where I showed how I built the removable rod rack for this wagon. And obviously I've already put together the holder for the LED light bars, but it's removable also. I wanted everything to be removable so I could use this thing as just a wagon if I needed to. And I'm gonna shoot a short video just kind of going over how I put it together, and that'll be up here in the next couple weeks on my channel. So I'll have product links to the black light bars, and because this thing, it snaps on. I mean, I don't even have it screwed down tonight. I just snapped it on there, and it's held up pretty well. It's 110. I've got a deep cycle battery. I just put, what I do, I pull the deep cycle battery out of my John boat, and I bring it out here with me. And I was in Harbor Freight one day and caught like a 400 watt continuous 750 peak inverter. It was one of the old style, or the Syntec brand or whatever that they had, and they had them on clearance. I think I paid like $11 for the inverter, and it works out pretty well. But anyway, guys, it's 11 o'clock. We've been going now for almost 3 hours, and our bite has all but completely shut off at this point. Actually, I think it has completely shut off. So I'm gonna pack it in. Like I said, I got about an hour left, or hour drive to get home. So appreciate everybody stopping in tonight and hanging out and keeping me company at least. And it made the night go by quick, and we had a good time no matter what. So wish we could have caught a fish, but we had that probably once in a lifetime owl landing on the rod, and I can't wait to get that clip pulled out of there and see that it was I know my reaction was funny on it. So guys, all of you take care, have a good week, and we'll see y'all after a while. Always thought such a waste to convert 12 volt to 110 just for blacklight. Yeah, that's the truth. I was actually kind of researching those the other day, because it is a major waste of battery power to turn that in there, because once it's back in, it's coming back. I had one of these apart. It's going back to DC in the before it hits those LEDs. So if a guy did it right, he could convert it back over. But all right, guys, I'm gonna take off, get everything packed in, and head to the house. Appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, and we'll do it again.